Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Om. Welcome this morning again to Mandir. And it's such energizing to be in the outdoors in this beautiful temple of ours. The birds are chirping, Woody Woodpecker is chomping away on his breakfast, and people are running here. They're also energized, and I'm sure you are too. Look at this. Look at this scenery here. Isn't it so beautiful? Look at that. Let us pay adoration to the Guru and glorifying him in his great works. Om Jago Jago Pranavananda Trishula Dandadari Om Ananta Shayan Tyajani Ranjanam Barishana Guru Kripabari Jago Jago Pranavananda Trishula Dandadari Om Jago He Jago Twara Jago Prasutarara Mahajagarana Bharata Pachari Milana Mandira Gori Tahe Jab Jukta Gori Nawabala Dao He Sanchari Jago Jago Pranavananda Trishula Dandadari Om Jago He Jago Twara Jago Prasutarara Mahajagarana Bharata Prachari Patito Dolito Jara Jago Se Koletara Tabanama Mahongumachari Jago Jago Pranavananda Trishula Dandadari Om Daite Navadal Chale Je Bhumadal Katonaro Nari He Kandi Che Pukari Bhima Trishula Kare Rudhrama Rutta Dhare Bhima Trishula Kare Rudhrama Rutta Dhare Jago Prabhu Bhaya Dukohari Jago Jago Pranavananda Trishula Dandadari Om Jago He Nagara Dame Gahana Kanone Grame Vamgire Sagara Prashari Milana Mandira Gori Tahe Sabajukta Kori Milana Mandira Gori Tahe Sabajukta Kori Nawabala Dao He Sanchari Jago Jago Pranavananda Trishula Dandadari Om Hireje Charantale Uthale Che Mohoroli Koronaro Mahasindu Bari Jivana Taruni Tai Bhashaya Dino Hai Parkalo Dayala Kandari Jago Jago Pranavananda Trishula Dandadari Om Hireje Charantale Uthale Che Mohoroli Koronaro Mahasindu Bari Jivana Taruni Tai Bhashai Dino Hai Par Karo Dayala Kandari Jago Jago Pranavananda Trishula Danda Dario, Trishula Danda Dario. When we glorify God in the form of Guru, then He becomes the teacher and we become the student. We surrender to His feet and then He gives the guidance. This act of surrender is all that we need to do. In all our scriptures, this is what they're telling us. Krishna Bhagwan would have said that to us. Like Swami Parameshananda ji, here's a bhajan that just so glorifies Him. Om Guru Mata Pita Guru Bandhu Sakha Tere Charano Me Guru Mera Koti Pranam Tere Charano Me Guru Mera Koti Pranam Tumi Jnana Data Tumi Shakti Data Tumi Shanti Data Tumi Mukti Data Tere Charano Me Guru Mera Koti Pranam Tere Charano Me Guru Mera Koti Pranam. I bow to you, I go to your feet, O Lord, and I constantly in my thoughts, constantly thinking of you and your greatness and who you are. You are the Lord with form and you are the Lord without form. This is how we have to approach the spiritual masters. This is how we have to approach a Lord Shiva. Here we have Lord Shiva and his lingam. This I call the Shiva lingam here, and it's bubbling, it's so vibrant, it's water, it's sitting inside this little pond around it, the beautiful scenery. It's a place of pilgrimage, devotees. Om Nagendra Haraya Trilochanaya Bhasmangaragaye Namaheshwaraya Nityaya Shudhaya Digambaraya Tasmai Nakaraye Namah Shivaya Mandakini Salila Chandana Charchitaya Nandishwar Pramatanata Maheshwaraya Mandara Pushpa Bahu Pushpa Supujitaya Tasmai Makaraye Namah Shivaya Shivaya Gauri Vadanaravindra Suryaya Daksha Dwaranashakaya Srinilakanta Brashdwajaya Tasmai Shikaraye Namah Shivaya Vashishta Kumbho Davagautamanaya Muninda Devarchita Shekaraya Chandrakra Vaishwaralochanaya Tasmai Vakaraye Namah Shivaya Yakshya Swarupaya Jatarharaya Pinakahastaya Sanatanaya Divyaya Devaya Digambaraya Tasmai Akaraye Namah Shivaya Panchaksharmidam Punyam Ye Pati Chaivasnanirao Shivalokam Vapnoti Shivena Sahamodite Jai Shiva Shankara Namami Shankara Shiva Shankara Shambho Jai Girijapati Bhavani Shankara Shiva Shankara Shambho Jai Girijapati Bhavani Shankara Shiva Shankara Shambho Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Prabhu Nama Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Prabhu Nama Shivaya Om. Well, let's take a walk around and look at the birds and enjoy nature. The trees will be starting to get the leaves. There they are. They're getting green already. Isn't that so beautiful? And then the whole place will be transformed and be so lively. Well, you know, I want to talk this morning about rebuilding our spiritual lives. because this is so important. Without spiritual life, the foundation, our foundation will be very weak, and we'll be tossed around by the desires, our desires. We'll be tossed around what is coming from the environment through our five senses: hearing, touching, smelling, and tasting. So we'll be tossed around like that. And if we are tossed around by our senses, when we go into there, that becomes our mind. And then we will react to the environment, meaning without using the intellect, we'll react. And that's when we get ourselves in trouble. And this is a description of mundane life, when we react to whatever is coming from the environment. But when we respond, it means that we do contemplation. Is our action would be the right thing for us to do, or should we just stay away from that situation? Then we'll make all the wise decisions. And one of the wisest decisions that we can make is to be in a relationship with God. That is the wisest decision, because when you're guided by a spiritual master, what happens? You always become in the responding state. And the act of surrendering to him, that spiritual master, then what happened? We will become divine. Divine meaning that we have to develop that divine mind. And it is possible, because we could see this all the time that's happening. You try it out, test it in your life, that when you are thinking about God, whoever you pray to, when you're thinking about a God or goddess, you'll see that you're at peace. But when you allow the environment to come and dictate your life, then you go into turmoil. You're being tossed, like Krishna Bhagavan would have tell Arjuna. The mind is it's like a ship without a rudder, and it's being tossed by the waves of the ocean. Like us too, we are tossed by the desires, and we tossed by the environment. Some days when things don't go our way, that is dictated by our mind, we go crazy. But when we go and we have that relationship with God, then it's so nice. And not only that, Swami Parameshananda would have said that we have to take on responsibility. What is the responsibility? He would have said, what is the goal of life? Self-realization, universal emancipation. That we have to make ourselves so powerful so that we can radiate this divine energy to all of us, our families, our nearest and dearest one. We don't look outside, because we have all the assets inside of us. What are real assets? Self-confidence, self-reliance, self-respect. We are a storehouse of this divine power. We are omnipotent. We are all powerful. We are omnipresent, meaning that we are existing in each atom, in every corner, in space, earth, water, fire, air, and space. We are there. And not only that, we are beyond creation. And when we go beyond creation, devotees, and we can understand that we are that existed all over, that is moksha and liberation. It sounds so easy. Yes, it can be very easy when you're in the guidance of a spiritual master. Like I was saying, when Hanumanji would have opened his chest and looked into his heart, was Bhagavan Sri Ram and Mother Sita. I always say, what is in our heart? Are we just we carrying something in our heart that does an image in our heart who doesn't help us? Or a mundane person, an ordinary person? Yes, you do duty. Yes, you have to have relationship with the opposite sex. But let it be that the right hand is holding on to the feet of the Lord, while the left hand is doing duties to all relationships. This is the way we have to do. Does it sound selfish? No, it is not. That when we build ourselves, you can't give what you don't have. If you don't have spirituality, you can radiate to others. Whatever you have, that's going to give. If you have weakness in you, then you're going to give it to others. You have desires, animalistic desires, that's what you're going to radiate out there, and that's what you're going to attract. And that will be this out of a relationship with God. So this morning, I said a lot, but let us all think that we have to be in all the time in a relationship with God. I looked there, and there's Surya Narayan, and there's Surya Narayan reflecting on Lord Shiva. Let us do adoration to Lord Surya Narayan. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Om Bhur Bhuva Swaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodayat. Well, I wish you a very beautiful day. And here in New York, it's bubbling with energy. Today the temperature will be like 84 degrees Fahrenheit. It'll be very hot, and we don't need a coat. You just wear very light clothes, and we'll be enjoying it. I know all over the world, especially in India, we send that blessings. We send that prayers for all the suffering that's going through there, causing by this resurgence of COVID. We hope that wisdom will prevail in the leadership of the country and also to the people. Let us do this prayer, this peace prayer. Om Sarveshang Mangalang Bhuyat Sarveshantu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu Ma Kaschit Dukha Bhag Bhavet Nandantu Sarva Bhutani Niratankani Santacha Pritirastu Parasparam Siddhirastu Chakarmanam Swastyastu Raju Nityapa Sham Prajabhyastate Vastu Swastyastu Dupade Nityam Shantirastu Chatushpare Shantirastu No Devasya Bhurbhava Swashivam Tata Sarvatah Shantirastu No Somya Bhavanta Bhutani Tvam Devo Jagatasrasta Pata Deva Tvamevahi Prajapalaye Devesha Shantim Kuru Jagatpate Yo Me Adyas Nihate Tasya Shivamastu Sarabhave Yashchaman Dvishti Loke Asmin Sopi Bhadrani Pashyantu Hari Om Shanti Shanti, Shanti, Hari Om. Let us do this Mrityunjaya mantra for all the suffering everyone is going through the world. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukam Eva Bandhanam Mrityur Mokshi Mamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukam bandhanam Mrityur Mokshe Mamritat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandim Pushti Vardhanam Urvarukam bandhanam Mrityur Mokshe Mamritat. Mokshe Mamritat. Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Bolo Sisi Guru Maharaj ki jai. Bolo Sisi Krishna Chandra Bhagwan ki jai. Bolo Shankar Bhagwan ki jai. Call the name of the God that you want to pay adoration to, and let us take a moment of silence and to absorb and to reflect and go inside and contemplate and see where we are in our relationship with God. Hari Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Have a beautiful day. Blessings, blessings.